Hey everyone, RogueGold here. Welcome back to The Division 2. And today, it has been a busy week in the world of The Division. In fact, it's just been a busy month as a whole. Of course, Mutiny only dropped a week and a half ago. But we are not done yet, as we are set to get The Division 2's winter event this coming Tuesday. And we just got a brand new teaser showcasing it, including snow. That's right. On top of that, you may have heard about some big shakeups and changes that got announced for Survive Fest yesterday. So, with this video, I just want to round up all of the final important bits of information you need from this week, as well as prepare you for what to expect heading into next. Hopefully we can get through all of it pretty quickly so that you can head on and enjoy your weekend in the meantime. So let's get right to it. If you enjoyed this one and you want to stay tuned for all of my upcoming coverage on The Division 2, then be sure to subscribe. As always, have to give a huge shout out to our channel members. Your dedication to me and my channel does more than you know and is so appreciated. Thank you. But without further ado, let's dive in. Okay, so let's begin with the winter event. As we covered in a previous video, it got leaked / sort of revealed that this year's winter event is kicking off on this coming Tuesday, December 16th. Well, as of this morning, that has now been made official, as we just got a teaser from the dev team showing off the new base of operation decorations, the Krampus boss, and actual legitimate snow. Take a look. They really did it. Snow is falling from the sky. You'll note that we didn't see any snow building up on the ground in this teaser. I would not expect to see any of that within this event. I think that technology is still in development and will not be here until Survivors arrives likely next year. But just the fact that we have real snow falling from the sky, not that sort of like fake dust stuff that you'll sometimes see in the game, that's fantastic. On top of that, as a whole, this teaser looks awesome. I think the decorations look great. And as you saw at the end, the event is set to run from this Tuesday, December 16th through January 6th. Overall, the event has been poised to be a solid follow-up from the popular Halloween event that we just had last season. A few devs have been dropping hints showing their excitement for this, including Alex, the game director, mentioning some new tech that they were working on for this event in particular. So, as for what to expect next week, we do have confirmation that a new dev stream is on the way. Back on Tuesday during the Survive Fest stream, Leo, one of our comm devs, mentioned that he would be back the following week for it. So, just like with Halloween, I would expect that stream to happen on Tuesday to kick all this off. And as per usual, expect there to be a recap video for that here on the channel, but then of course I will have a full guide and all other coverage for the new winter event on the way. So stay tuned. Alright, next up, on a sort of connected but slightly different note, in order to commence next week's winter event and get all this new content into the game, the devs will need to put out a new downloadable patch. So expect Year 7 Season 3.1 to be arriving on Tuesday as well, and per usual, we'll likely get those patch notes on Monday. But thanks to the Known Issues board, we already know about a few of the key changes and fixes that are on the way. For one, there is the companion dialogue issue. If you've used companions so far this season, you've likely run into the fact that they talk a lot. So the team had posted shortly after Mutiny launched that they were reviewing possible changes to address this. That card has since been marked as fix ready and labeled for Year 7 Season 3.1, so that should be arriving next week. One other kind of funny one, you may have heard that the latest creator collaboration event kicked off this week. If you didn't hear that yet, then right now you can claim all of the new apparel pieces. In-game, you can complete the associated projects. And those actually do reward you with some very solid materials and caches if you haven't checked them out yet. But one pretty amusing bug to come from all of that is the fact that the new jackets and hoodies from those collections can apparently be unequipped. This photo is from Prime Minster over on the Division's Reddit page. And yeah, this is not a sight that you see very often. I bring all of this up because the devs have noted that a fix for this is incoming with Year 7 Season 3.1, so it's not going to be here for long, but if you wanted to run around with an invisible torso, be sure to go in and do so before it's gone. Alright, and then finally, let's talk Survive Fest. Now I know we have discussed this thing a lot in the past week. I'm sorry if you're tired of hearing about it. Even just yesterday, I put out a video that I had finished the night before, only for a ton of new changes to go in soon after I published it. Some people were upset with me for that. It is true that we got one final major update on this whole thing yesterday morning, so let's cover what happened there if you didn't hear. It all started when players began experiencing login and connection issues with the Division 1 at large across both Xbox and PC early yesterday morning. This issue apparently became too big to fix in a timely manner, given the clock was ticking on Survive Fest, and so the team ended up releasing this statement. It reads, "Agents, due to the ongoing technical issues affecting the Division on Xbox and PC, we are pausing the Survive Fest event and postponing the planned event stream. Our priority is to resolve these issues as quickly as we can. We want to thank everyone for the incredible engagement over the past few days. It was amazing to see so many agents returning to New York and showing how strong this community tradition has become. We truly appreciate the excitement and support you have shown. The Survive Fest will come back bigger and better, supported by ongoing improvements, including the upcoming 60 FPS update for the Division on PlayStation. We will share more information soon." Okay, so on the one hand, it is a bummer that this got postponed by an entire month, though that's what happens when everybody is about to head out of the office for the holidays. But then at the end there, they dropped the bomb that they are indeed working on a Division 1 60 FPS patch for, likely, PlayStation 5. What? If you don't know the story, Xbox got a 60 FPS patch years ago. It was part of Microsoft's FPS Boost program, so it was not actually something done by Massive or Ubisoft. But that meant that PlayStation was still stuck at 30, and it was something that I've been hearing from players for years about that they really wished could get changed. But as you saw there, it is finally coming. I don't know if this was something that was always planned or in the works, or if it was something they decided to do with the postponement. I think it would have been really nice to see this come out with the initial Survive Fest kickoff. That would have paired really well, but oh well. From their wording that we'll take a look at in just a moment, we should see this arrive on or before January 22nd, so that's very exciting. But yeah, they then moved on to outline what is happening rewards-wise due to this delay, described here. They say, "Here's what you can expect during this pause. Everyone who extracted during the past 2 days will receive their rewards. 20 players from the first stream slot will still receive the Woodsman bundle as planned. This reward will be available again when Survive Fest returns. The Silver Patch will continue to be granted to everyone who logs into the Division 2 until December 15th. Survive Fest will resume with a new schedule from January 22nd to the 27th. And then finally, an additional reward is being prepared for everyone who joined the event. It will be granted on January 27th. Okay, so here's what I know. To the best of my knowledge, progress made during this first slice of Survive Fest will carry over to the remaining portion next month. Meaning, if you did your 1 extraction this time around for the gold patch or 5 for the pestilence skin, all of that will still count once this returns. You will not be forced to do it again. As they say though, the Woodsman raffles will be resumed accordingly later on, and a new reward is being prepared. And in the meantime, you can continue to log into the Division 2 to receive the Silver Survive Fest patch. So, once again, I know this has all been quite confusing. This is already like the second big rewards restructure that they've done for this. I'm sure there's still some questions out there. Certainly, if you have them, feel free to let me know, and I will answer to the best of my knowledge. One bit of good news, though, is that it looks as though the Division 1's issues are already close to being sorted out. I saw from DJ Tickle on Twitter this morning that a patch got dropped on PC to resolve many of the issues. So the Division 1 will be playable in the meantime while we wait, but the highlight info here is that Survive Fest will return on January 22nd with both the old and new rewards, and, as they say, with a 60 FPS patch for the PS5. Making this what I would say is a bittersweet pause to what has otherwise been a pretty rad event. Okay, well, I believe that is everything I've got for you today, my friends. A busy recap, because again, this has been a very busy month. And we're rolling right into next week with the winter event on the way, so don't go anywhere. There's lots to come. At this point, I would love to know your guys' thoughts on any and everything that we went over in this video. What do you think about the new teaser for the winter event and everything that's set to be on the way next week? Anything you're hoping is included within the Year 7 Season 3.1 patch? And what do you think about really everything that has gone down with Survive Fest? Let me know. As always, I'll be very curious to read your thoughts. That is going to do it for me today, though. Thank you all so much for coming and watching, and until I see you next, RogueGold. out.